Man, this thing is picking up steam right now, man. No SEC championship from two high-profile people in the conference, man, from IAD at Alabama and Kirby Smart at Georgia, man. This is something major, man. With a lot of people starting to talk about it. I don't expect the SEC championship game to go away this year, but expect to go away in the near future, man. What's your thoughts on this, Coach Sean, and all the news that keeps surrounding this?
Man, for me, I see it from both sides as a fan, uh, as what's best for the University of Alabama, as a fan of just college football. If I take the fan of college football, you always want to see that game, right? It was a great
Mm-hmm.
game. But if I'm thinking about what's best for Alabama, as a Bama fan, especially if this playoff expand and keep going like they're talking about doing, nah, man, it's just like Coach Saban said. You've beat the playoff to death so much to where you've devalued the SEC championship game, which was the best championship game played, the most watched, the most popular, the most prestige out of all the conferences.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if you expand this playoff, it's really no point in playing it. Look at Georgia. Georgia won the SEC, and I mean, I would argue that it didn't do anything,
Yep.
right? Unfortunately, that people want that first round bye. People want that first round to play at home. Those two things are starting to outweigh these conference championship games. And if you expand on these playoffs like they're talking about doing, then at that point it's really going to devalue it, man. So for me, you're already going to be playing 9 SEC games. So I see no point in playing a championship game that really holds no value, at this point, if you're talking about moving forward.
Yeah, man. Especially like I said, man, I wish they would have just kept it at four teams. At least at four teams, you can still value the conference championships, still value bowl games and everything. But once you start to expand it to 12, and now it's gonna be I think it's supposed to be going to 16, man. You it's losing their juice, man, because the more playoff games you add, the least the less that these conference championship games gonna matter, these bowl games gonna matter, and then you're gonna be trying to figure out what's the problem with college football. Well, that's the problem. And a lot of people start to opt out these bowl games because they
Yep.
meaningless at this point. Like, man, the Rose Bowl you is still my favorite bowl game, but they kind of made this like the big time ones into the major playoffs,
Yeah.
like with the college football playoffs. But a lot of that stuff, nobody want to go, even though the Park Top Bowl is entertaining. But who
Yeah.
wants to just go get injured when I can just go get ready for the NFL draft? I used to feel some type of way about it when guys used to opt out.
Yeah.
But now guys are just like, man, hey, I gave you enough. I went through all my years, and now it's time for me to think about me and my family. And I don't blame them, man, because this is just so pointless at this point in time. I it has to happen sooner or later. I know with the Mercedes Benz Dome, man, they have rights and all that. They got contracts. I don't know any of that. Probably gonna have to bring up somebody expert that can break all that stuff down. But it won't last long, bro. I expect like some type of buyout soon because if you have AD Burns down in Alabama and Kirby Smart speaking out like that,
Yeah.
that holds a lot of weight. That
It
holds a
does.
lot of weight in this conference.
It definitely
And
does.
I wouldn't be surprised if Commissioner Sankey feel the exact same weight. But who knows, man? I don't know.
That's a fact, man. That you hit the nail right on the head. And what's crazy is, if you remember, Coach Saban spoke about this 2, 3 years ago, whatever it was. Coach Saban said, once you guys start really, really running this playoff, you're going to devalue the bowl system.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to devalue the championship games. He said this because from really the preseason, what do you see? Commercials of the college football playoff where the trophy is turning. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they're promoting that playoff from week 1, from week 0. They're promoting the
Facts.
college football playoff. So when you don't make the college football playoff, some of the kids are like, what am I planning this for, man? I
Notre
think that's
Dame.
part of yeah. For me, I think that's part of the reason they want more teams. Just remember this, man. The crux of all of this stuff, B Sharp, the crux, the root of all of it is money.
Yep.
Don't I say this all the time, but we don't need to lose sight of it, man. Don't look now, but a flagship university of the West Coast is in the Big Ten right now. The flagship university of the West Coast, which is USC. That
Yeah.
was the Alabama of the West Coast. They love that school out there on the West, man. They love
Mm-hmm.
that school more than they love the pro teams. Well,
Yep.
that team is in the Big Ten conference, all because of TV contract money. So when you base everything around money, it always gets soiled, man. Bad decisions are made, rash, quick decisions are made, and the more they expand these playoffs, the more that the SEC championship seems to have ran its course.
Yeah, man. And that's so unfortunate, man, because you just think about the games that we had. The very first game against Florida and Alabama being such a legendary game. And then you have the Urban Meyer, Nick Saban years, those back-to-back games, those were good ones. So many legends came out that game. So many legends were made from that game.
Yeah.
But man, and you getting rid of something that is, like you said, is so prestige. It's crazy, man. That it's almost really disappointing in that. But of course, in life, everybody has to adapt, and that's going to be the new way of college football. But hey, man, they made it this way. It's unfortunate because they made it this way.
I'll tell you something else too. Look for this in the future. The SEC championship game is a money maker, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if the SEC and the powers that be or whoever makes the decisions agree that this game has ran its course, that tells you what the future looks like. They have something else in store. More teams. Me personally, I think 5 years from now, I don't think it's going to be but 2 conferences. I think it'll be the
Mm-hmm.
SEC with all these divisions, and I think it'll be the Big Ten. I think it'll be just like the NFC and the AFC, AFC West, AFC East, whatever the case. I think you have the SEC and all these different pockets of teams, the Big Ten and all these different pockets of teams. Because to me, that's what they're moving to with this playoff, right? You got to get in where you fit in. And for the SEC championship game, a game that's that prestigious, that much money, that many eyeballs, easily 20 million people. Just as many
Mm-hmm.
people watch that game as watch the national championship games.
Facts.
To be gone away or to even be talked about leaving, that tell you what the future holds right there, man.
Yeah, man. And I think just finally for me, man, just pretty much, man, you see all these teams like only 2 conferences that you can expect the top 2 teams that will be in the college football playoff if they play in the championship game is the Big Ten and the SEC
Yeah.
easily. So whoever those top 2 teams are, regardless, they're going to be in there. But last year was just such one of those unique years. You have Texas A&M at the house. You have Ole Miss at the house. You have Oklahoma at the house. But
Yeah.
Alabama has to go play the championship game. These guys are just sitting at the house. Oh, we're in. We knew we had to do was just win the game. Oh, we're in there. And they knew that. And Vandy was very, very close to being in there too, because they were 10-2. So that just tells you how crazy that is. Like I said it a million times, I was mad after we played the Iron Bowl. Like, damn, man, we got to go play the SEC championship game when we could be using that to rest. And Georgia probably was the same way. Like, yeah, they won, but it was just like, okay. And then they got out the same time we got out.
Yep. They got to fix that though, B Sharp. They got to fix that, man, because right now, all conferences are not created equal.
At all.
I understand the Big Ten did their thing with us in the bowl game. Shout out to them, right? They won the national championship. But look at that LSU game against Houston. Look how many players for LSU set out. That was not the same LSU team. All these bowl games with these SEC teams that don't make it, these kids going to get ready for the draft. They're not going to play in the Papa John Sweet Tart upside down flipper flapper bowl. They're just not gonna do it. I'm going to get ready for the draft, brother. Y'all go eat some Pop-Tarts, whatever the case may be. So, you can base it off the bowl season, then you can't. So they're gonna have to change that. Bama got to go play. Georgia got to go play. We got to go play a competitive game while our opponent is at home waiting on us. So, man, yeah, they got to fix that, bro. So that again is another reason why it looks like the SEC championship game has ran its course.
Yeah, man. I just want to ask y'all thoughts too, man. Y'all, do y'all think the SEC has ran its course? What are some solutions that the SEC can do, man? But please let me know in the comment section, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Peace.